Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Defense of the Patients. We're a Dota 2 podcast.
A Dota 2 2017 podcast.
That's right. Welcome to the new year of Dota, the new year of .p, the new year of everything. We're kicking off the new year right.
I didn't realize today is New Year's observed. And that's why you get it off.
Yeah, the Monday is technically.
So you're observing 2016. I hope everybody has a little bit of throw up in their mouths.
Yeah.
I'm
honoring the death of 2016.
Yeah.
I'm celebrating the death of 2016.
Yeah, serious.
Quite frankly. I'm Cyphus. That's Roland.
Dios Años 2016.
No.
How did Dios de los Muertos? Isn't that like the Day of the Dead?
Yeah. Dios' day.
Oh
years,
yeah, so Años is years.
Mm-hmm.
I know that.
Yeah, Nuevos Años, New Year's.
Nuevos años, okay. Not a Spanish podcast, although I would love to be fluent in Spanish.
Yeah, I have bare minimum Spanish capability.
I feel like I can look at it and like be like, that means fire. That's about it. Like I can like watch
when there's
Spanish
a picture
TV.
of fire right next to it.
Well, I know fuego,
Yeah,
you know?
okay,
I know
okay.
that, and it kind of
Yeah.
sounds like fire if you fuego.
Yeah.
And Narcos, you know. Pues,
Oh yeah, thanks
el
to
fuego.
No, boy.
I
You
love
sure
that
never remembered
No, I
the
didn't.
lyrics to that song.
So I'm not gonna.
So, congrats everybody. You made it through 2016. You've made it into 2017. You made it into Dota 701. You know, we're all here.
701.
We're
yeah.
alive.
I think that's like California's area code.
Is it?
Yeah, one of their. Maybe it's 702.
Oh man.
So yeah, we're living the sunny life of 701, almost 702. I'm sure we'll see 702 soon.
You think?
I think there are still some mega changes to be made with trees in regards to skill trees.
Area code 701 is used to address long-distance calls to and within the state of North Dakota.
Yep, it's cold as ice. This patch.
See how quickly you changed.
No, this patch it's been
yeah. So
it's been good to me actually. The best
Yeah.
patch that's ever been to me.
Well, real quick, I want to. So let's see. Coming up this week, we've got the Tuesday Q&A, .p Q&A with Ursi and Roland. If you've got questions and you can't be around to ask them live tomorrow, or actually tonight for those of you listening Monday, tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, you can hop on into the Discord. That's discord.gg/.p, DOTP. And you can ping me with
I thought it was DOPP.
No. Don't confuse people. It's 2017.
Like
Everybody's a little hungover.
doppelganger.
So yeah, hop into the Discord, and if you can come on the show, you can ask your question directly to Roland and Ursi, and you can explain yourself and deal with the crap that they'll inevitably give you.
Well, Ursi's not 5K anymore, and I'm almost 4K, so we're basically in the same bracket.
We don't even need Ursi at this point. Let's just get rid of him. You're right.
Am I going to be like, we're both the experts now, or how do I bring in the show?
You'll have to. Yeah, you'll really have to talk that over with Ursi. How he wants to.
But he is the best on the team. Even though Proud's number keeps going up and his keeps going down.
Save it for Tuesday. So if you want to hit us up for the Tuesday Q&A and do that, feel free. If not, send us emails to defenseofthepatients@gmail.com with questions. Let us know that it's for the Q&A, that you've got a question you want answered, and we'd love to get into it.
People are already messaging me. We've already got a ton of questions, but that doesn't mean we wouldn't like more. I'd love to field through questions.
Always need more.
Yeah.
We ask about specific heroes. If you've got something going on there, you abuse it the way that I abuse every show I'm ever on with Proud. Where I
ask about Ursi eating Haagen-Dazs as he saw his MMR fall and crying in front of a K-pop
Find out how
TV.
to cope. Find out how to cope with MMR loss.
Yeah, I mean, you can ask those personal questions, and we will absolutely make sure that Ursinity answers how bad it feels to be an MMR hoarder and find out that his MMR had to get cleaned out of his house because he was hoarding way too much of it.
And then the other thing we got coming up this week is the resurrection of the .pro show. I don't know why I'm going to be there, but I'm going to be there.
Because you're a good host. I mean, why is Bob Costas everywhere, dude? He doesn't know shit, but he's everywhere, dude. He's a good
Costas
host.
knows a lot. Yeah,
I mean,
about sports.
Does he?
Yeah.
Or is he just a really good host to the point where we're
no, Bob Costas knows.
Does he?
Yeah. Yeah, Bob
or just throwing out a name.
Yeah,
really, and I'm
right.
glad.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
You're like the.
I feel more like the Kathy Griffin to his Anderson Cooper on on the New Year's Eve special.
So there was the big thing with what's her name, Mariah Carey.
I don't know.
Did you hear about? Okay, I don't know why I heard about this, but my news app felt that I needed to know, because I have one of those aggregators that finds news that I want to read.
And we all know about your Mariah Carey obsession.
No, honestly, I was surprised to see it, but it showed this video of her like total failure by Mariah Carey, and I watched it and I was like, no, this is just Mariah Carey. I thought.
What was she? Well, why?
Something to do with like her earpiece was lost or something, and so performing in front of literally like all of America, because even us, we are not the target demographic for watching the ball drop.
No.
Okay.
No.
Even we could have caught her performance on Times Square, and apparently she was lip syncing or something. I just turned it off anyway because I don't like it. But
yeah.
Apparently it's a huge embarrassment, huge PR thing.
Yeah, just like that time that you got caught lip syncing your that was pretty
Every
painful.
song you've ever heard, I lip synced.
That's right. You can't see it here in the studio, but that's what's going on.
I was lip syncing it right after I sang it when the show was being introduced.
But so what we're gonna do on the Dot Pro show is
Proud. You don't want to go further into the Mariah Carey debacle?
No, I'm good. Proud's gonna delve into the
She handled
Dota
it
2
well.
Pro scene.
She handled it with grace.
I bet she did.
That would be terrifying.
I don't know why people are so upset or surprised that lip syncing occurs in those situations.
No, I'm not upset or surprised. I'm just like, honestly, like I watched the video and was like, she's keeping her composure, where I would be like, get me off this fucking stage. Things are going bad. This is bad. This is very, very, very bad.
The show's got to go on, especially when you're live on TV.
Dude. And there was one point where she's like trying to sing along and it's like, dude, that's not matching up at all. And the show continued.
Well, that sounds hilarious, actually.
I would say that good on her. I would say not bad on her. Come on, you guys. It's cold in New York. Her vocal cords can't do the things that she can do in a studio, okay? That's like in a lab. You know what I mean? Like every record is like a lab.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean? Anyway.
So if you want to find out what's happening on the Dota 2 Pro scene,
talk about it.
If you want to find out what's going on in the Dota 2 Pro scene and learn with me, because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my stance that I've had learning Dota along with Proud Nursey and you in these situations.
Dude, watching their replays are pretty crazy. Like I downloaded like 3 of RTZ's Luna replays. You can just go on, find random match IDs, and he is insane. Because you can like get a nice camera every time you see RTZ play, you know what I mean? It's just like nice and smooth, and you're like, oh, that was a good Lucent beam, or oh, he did that cool eclipse at the right time. But his screen, dude, he is on drugs or something. Like there is no fucking way he is human. Like he is a Terminator sent back from the future. All of them are at that point to win at this video game. They are not humans. I don't know how they have lives. I don't know how they even know how to speak, because they are so fucking good at Dota. It makes me feel like a pussy bitch, dude. And it does. Like when I play Dota and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm moving quick. Double kill. Oh yeah. Like watch RTZ, dude. And his camera's like in top lane and mid lane and his lane, getting a last hit in top lane, moving, running, back, stop, halt, buy this, sell this, disequip this, equip this, eat this. Fucking, I don't even know how you do it, dude.
Yeah.
And people say, you don't learn from that. I don't think you learn from that.
Probably not that level. No, I think you got to be a step below that level to even start to glean anything from it. Yeah.
Oh my God. And that's why David Bowie or David Bowie or whatever, he does this where he takes like 10 seconds of a pro play and talks about it for like 6 minutes and like why this is good. And we got to get this guy on the show. I'm telling you, because he is good at Dota and he's able to glean shit that like blows my fucking mind. It's like, do you think I'd learn anything if like a pitcher in baseball were throwing speedballs at me and I was just like trying to hit him for like a year?
Yeah, I think you would.
Or would I just miss every single one for a year and
you'd miss them for a long time, but you'd start to get better at it. You'd start to be able to hit them.
Okay.
Probably not.
That was going to be my shitty analogy. Was like, you're not going to learn anything.
No, and I think you would from watching pros. I mean, don't get me wrong. Well, I'll point to, I've talked about this, plenty of other times, but what is it? Is it, oh God, I can't remember the name of the guy from Newbie, the something CCC.
Oh, SCCCCCC.
Yeah.
S quadruple C.
Yeah. So watching him,
his invoker.
More importantly, the one that I point to that I remember the best is watching his OD mid. you know.
Oh yeah, back when you bomb Astra Prison, the range.
Well, and I do think there are little things you can kind of glean from that, and you could probably glean those things from watching.
Well, the meta is gleaned from these guys. You know what I mean? Like,
well, I just mean
Shadow Demon Luna and shit like that.
That was a mechanic. That was a mechanic that like I actually got fairly,
and everybody did it. Like from the 2K level up to I think everywhere.
They started to do it. Yeah,
when they started to do it, everybody started to do it because it's one of those things that is. It probably took like somebody like, dude, it's just enough damage if I have 3 points in this and I bomb.
But I think they play the game enough and are experienced enough with the game that I think they're able to kind of look at those things and go, oh yeah, I could just do this. I think they can look at the capability of both of those spells and go, oh, I should be doing this. Yeah. At least in a creep wave.
It's so demotivating when I go into my bot matches and I'm like, I'm gonna discover something new. I'm gonna find this new thing that no one else has found ever, and it's gonna be sweet. And I'm gonna climb tons and tons of MMR. And there's just it's kind of. I remember being super demotivated as a kid when it was like when I found out that I couldn't just steal Red Hot Chili Peppers like melodies because I wanted to be a musician as a kid, and I was like, well, that's fucked. That's theirs forever then. And it's like, you have to be creative and come up with your own things in this world. And it's like, no. Like, but
the beauty of the pros is, you can rip them off, but you can only rip them off up to a point. Like, you could probably rip the pros off for a long way in your career if you were trying to pursue things seriously as a Dota player.
I mean, you basically rip them off until you rip them off better than they do it themselves.
Yeah.
But it's actually, maybe easier in Dota 2 than in the real world.
Yeah, well,
because
I don't know. You heard it here, folks. Roland says,
Scar Tissue,
go be the professional Dota players.
I loved Red Hot Chili Peppers, dude, and I was like, their melodies are like top notch. They're like bigly, and when I found out that like I couldn't just write my own lyrics with their melodies, it was fucking shattered, dude.
I'm sorry. That sounds
I'm still a little shattered by it.
Yeah, I can tell.
You hear a good song with a good melody and you're like, fuck. That's theirs forever. Fuck.
That's it. Yeah, that's life.
Except I get high like paper, get fly like planes. That is a ripped off melody from...
There are a lot of ripped off melodies out there.
But they like bought it. They paid for it. But like didn't tell anybody that like, yo, this isn't our melody. And then that song became super viral. Maybe even more popular than the original. Which was...
That happens a lot too.
It was like a
music industry.
It was like a song called like Highway to something with hell in it, and it's an older band. See, there's people cringing right now. I can feel it. I can feel it from my Terminator self that got sent back to tomorrow to listen to this show to feel you guys cringe.
Okay, so Dot Pro show on Wednesday.
I can go.
We're going to be talking about the Dota 2 Pro scene. Me and Proud. I'm going to be learning a lot about it as we go. Proud. I didn't even realize until we started. We mentioned on the show.
We had a meeting.
We knew that there were. We knew that there was one of the biggest gaps. When we get hit up, we hear you guys. We get hit up by email all the time about, hey, like, the only thing you guys are missing is some element of pro coverage. We've known that for a while. I didn't realize until we got into a meeting and we were like, so we need to figure out what to do for pro coverage.
And I sat there with a tobacco pipe hanging out of my mouth, and I was like, "There's one thing we're missing, but you won't like to hear what it is." And everyone's like, "No, please." And I was like, I'll tell you what it is that we're missing.
Proud, I didn't realize not only how much he follows it, but how opinionated he is about it. So that was something I knew.
And he's like, I actually
learned about Proud.
Fucking follow it. Like, I've seen every game and know a lot about this. And he wanted to talk specifically about. Oh, why would I steal a topic? Going to
cat pies. That's what we're talking about. Cat pies and how they love pies.
Cat pies.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's what I heard.
I don't even know what you're talking about. If you're talking about Padge Cat, then maybe.
Cat.
No, it's Padge. It's Padge Cat.
Is it?
It's Padge Cat. Yeah.
Dude,
cats. Some of those like Havost. Have you seen that? I'm gonna go on a little tangent. Okay. XBOCT. Like, throw me in the ring to cast a Dota game. I'm calling that dude Xbox. You know what I mean?
Xbox.
Or Xbox and Havost, that's cool, dude. When I found that out, and then like Pycat, stuff like that, the way their names are pronounced. Proud will get into that as well. Anyway, go ahead and finish your thought before I derail you more.
So that's coming up on Wednesday, and then of course Theorcraft Thursday and Proudland on Friday. I was just trying to preview the shows. I think that's a nice thing to do.
So Monday you listen to me. Tuesday you listen to me talk over Ursi. Wednesday you're gonna get some good content. Thursday you're gonna get some good content. Friday you're gonna get me and Proud trying to talk louder than each other.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
bad. Oh man, I'm on 3 of these things.
Yeah,
that's a bad idea. Whose idea was that?
I don't remember, but we're gonna fire him.
Oh shit.
So yeah, all right. We're moving on. We're gonna move on because I have been playing a fuckload of Dota. It's been a blast.
Wait, you've been playing a fuckload of normal skill Dota?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. I just
normal skill.
Big gap between the normal skill.
I haven't played a ranked game in forever.
No,
I've just been playing normal.
I don't feel it's that big of a gap.
And I'm having a blast playing offlane.
Yeah, me too.
That's
actually,
what I've been doing.
Holy shit, that's funny. Let me pull up my DB.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you like my thinking here and what I felt like I was seeing, at least from my perspective, in a lot of these games, and why I felt like I was losing. And admittedly, I like, and you've mentioned this to me before, I know I'm playing with Rin a lot. I know I'm getting a weird bag.
Can I talk about your girlfriend for a sec, dude? Does she listen to this show?
I mean, every once in a while she does, yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to be mean. But I'm just going to say that save all questions until I finish my topic, okay? It's like, I kind of want to do that, like when like you have that kid in the class like, with his hand up, me, yeah. And it's like, wait until I fucking finish.
She asks a lot of questions.
And then I'll tell you the answer, okay? Wait until I finish. It's tough. I'm sorry.
I know.
So Audrey, here's the difference that I saw between my girlfriend, fiance, then wife, between your girlfriend, gonna be fiance, gonna be wife.
Sure, okay.
Because, I mean, let's be real.
Yeah.
Is Audrey would be, like, too prideful, and she'd just be like, no, I got this. And then I'd see her just like, hey, what you doing over there? And she's like, what I need to be doing, shut up, because this is what I'm supposed to do. And then your girlfriend is like, oh my God, I'm here. I need help because I'm here. Yeah. What do? I'm here. Hey, Denny. Well,
she doesn't like the answer. I occasionally give the answer. Well, you shouldn't be there. You shouldn't have been there in the first place.
Oh my God, dude. Oh my God, my brain's gonna blow up. Sorry, no offense, but like,
no, I know. I know.
And I'm like,
she's learning.
I buy her like 10. I buy 10 styles when I play games with her, dude. And I just walk up and heal her, and she doesn't even know what's going on. I just don't even want to answer. Like, go back to the fountain. I just heal her up, dude. Buy a clarity if she needs mana. Give her a clarity.
I will say.
It's just easier for me to just TP to where she is and just give her what she needs. Dude.
She's gotten really good on Dazzle. I see those shallows go out whenever they need to go out
with Spectre, and that went well. I'm not saying that it's the right thing to do. It's just you're bad at.
I'm way bad at.
So you got General Denny here that's ordering everybody around. I'm painting the picture. Okay. Oh my God.
Yep.
Bot. There's 3 bot. Why in the fuck are you in their jungle? There's 3 bot. Oh, I'm dead. There are 3 bot. I told you there are 3 bot. And then you've got Rin, Denny. I'm in the jungle. Like, what should I buy? And it's like, you should have a stout shield. I told you this last game. That's why you're dying. Did everybody see that I died from a neutral creep? Yes, everybody saw you died from a neutral creep. Buy a stout shield. Go back to fountain. Walk. Buy support items. I'm not a support. I'm Wraith King. Yes, you are a support because you're the worst one here. Buy wards, okay? Because we're trying to win this, and losing is not fun.
No, losing is not fun. Although she keeps reminding me, she does what you used to do whenever I get pissed. I'll be like, "Come on, we can win this game," and then she reminds me that it's a game. We're having fun.
Okay, it's a game. Let's not ask questions. All right, it's a game. Let's just have fun playing the game. Okay. So you have to ask questions because if she listens to this, she'll like never let you hang out with me, and so I need to like couch all of this.
You do have to ask questions.
I just learned in a different way. I like learning on my own.
And I'm with you. And
I would be like, that was weird. When this game finishes, I'm gonna go online and figure out how that works.
Yeah, it's funny because I know that she likes different types of games, and
like The Sims and Fallout, collecting everything in Fallout,
and what's funny is
scouring.
She gets with those games where she'll get into those games and she'll get 10 or 20 hours into a game like that.
So she's gotten through the introduction,
right?
After 10 or 20 hours,
yeah. She is a pack rat. So she'll get 10 or 20 hours into a game, and then she'll start wanting to do shit, and she'll go online and look it up. And I think, and it's weird that people have this disconnect with Dota, because that's one of the things I always explain to people is like, look, if you want to play Dota, you're not
so much research.
Yeah, you're not going to just be, if you want to play Dota and be good at Dota, or
improve, or just improve,
right?
Just any improvement in your play.
Well, or significant improvement, because you'll improve by just playing the game.
Well, that's just your mechanics getting better. That's not necessarily game knowledge.
But if you want to excel even further, you're going to have to take time where you're not playing the game and you're actually online watching somebody play the game or reading something that somebody wrote about the game or
and there's a lot
watching an educational video
like,
about the
even
game.
Lich. I mean, you would think that, okay, Lich, you want to use sacrifice as often as possible. You want to use your Q because you have tons of mana because of sacrifice. The W, self-explanatory. When you finally level it up, whenever you finally level it up, use it on your teammates and yourself and the towers.
Right.
Chain Frost, you want as many enemies and as few neutral creeps or enemy creeps there. Like, that's it. But then you watch some pro play Lich and you're like, whoa, never even thought that, like, this is the way I should be approaching scenarios. And I'm talking, like, maybe arguably one of the simpler heroes. Like, you don't direct where his ball goes, his Chain Frost. For sure. I mean, he's probably the simplest hero in Dota, but still has a lot of depth and has a lot of...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, and has a lot of depth. And in a weird way, becomes more freeing as a hero because you can buy different items.
You can think about items,
You can think more about your items. You can stop thinking about
skill builds.
You can think more about where your wards are going because it's like, fuck it, I'm going to get XP. I'm going to get kills. I'm going to get
everything you need.
Yeah, it's going to happen along the way.
And passive gold's enough for Lich, dude. And Lich has an ability that... No, I don't think you can take gold. I take that back. It's like movement speed and attacks. No, it's either you take the 150 damage or 90 gold per minute. Damage. Or 90 gold per minute.
I think you always take the damage.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it just...
No, 150 damage? Yeah, no brainer.
That's what people say. And that's what... Yeah, I'm not going to harken back to the start, but I feel like that's where
since I started
big changes.
Since I started taking kind of that attitude towards talent trees, I feel like I've seen better performance overall. Damage is the way to go.
I like to be... Well, okay, there's some obvious ones that, like... I don't know. I like what they did with the carries. That pretty much all the hard carries, Slark, Spectre, Sven, they don't have huge things.
Yeah.
Slark's level 25, pretty huge. They have, like, incremental things, like some stats.
Well, no, what they did is they made their level 25s what are supposed to be the huge things. Some of them arguably aren't as huge as I think they
like
they
plus
intended.
1 second to Stone Gaze is like on Medusa. I'm like, dude, that's like.
But her level 20 is considered the better option.
Yeah, I know,
now,
and I feel like
option now, and I
I guess it's been that way before. Like Terrorblade, his ultimate really isn't his best ability. One could argue it's Metamorphosis, which you can get at level 1.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. But okay, so here's what I've been noticing.
Sorry, dude. I am just a detractor today.
Here's what I thought. Here's what I felt like I've noticed, and I think it's reflected somewhat in the heroes that are trending with the highest win rates over the last weeks.
With offlanes?
Yeah, I mean, you do see a lot of offlanes. I feel like you see a lot of offlanes, and I feel like you see a lot of heroes that just don't die. And we kind of touched on this, or the importance of not dying, or feeling like it's way more important to not die in this latest patch than it has maybe in previous patches. And
you feel it's more important not to die now?
Yes. Yeah, I think so.
I wasn't saying that like, oh, you dummy.
No, I know it sounds like a dumb thing to say because I know that there are people out there listening going, well, you shouldn't have died in any, you don't want to die in any of the patches. And yes, you're right. But I feel like it's even more pertinent now than it was before. Mm-hmm. Because you now even just getting the passive XP that you're now I don't mean passive XP, but I mean just the XP you get from playing passively on the map and being alive.
Just walking around, you find a lot of gold. Like, yeah, there's never been a more plentiful map. Like, it is Thanksgiving every day on that map where there's just
and you need all that
gold
because
just everywhere.
The power curves from talents are so huge and so important now.
Experience has become king, and when you're dead, you don't earn any of it.
Right.
When you're dead, you earn gold.
Right.
You don't earn experience.
Yeah, so I think it's even more, from an XP perspective, I think it's even more important. And what I've noticed playing heroes like Spirit Breaker, Abaddon, Centaur, when I'm playing those
you
heroes...
just named like top pick rates and top win rates. like right there. Like
yeah.
Abaddon, well, not pick rate. Abaddon is 57.37 this week. As it stands at Sunday, New Year's Day, the 1st of 2017. Yeah. I'm surprised he doesn't get picked a lot, but playing him, I always have a good time playing him.
He's way fucking strong now, and that Ags...
He's always been strong.
That Aghanims is dumb good.
it doesn't it just make it so? What is it? I know
it redirects.
It does. It redirects
50% of the damage you take in an aura around Abaddon
to them
to Abaddon
to them
from your allies.
So you get to full.
Right.
Okay.
Well,
yeah. I knew this.
Yeah. So basically, it means. Oh my god! I feel like am I explaining the game? But
I know
when you get up into a fight with Abaddon with that ags, and you put people into this, and we touched on it last Wednesday.
I did not know that. I did not know his acronyms. I'll raise my right hand and be honest here, because I thought it just meant like the thresholds are different, kind of like with the axe.
No,
I didn't know that. Like,
yeah, that got reworked.
Oh, okay.
So when you go into a fight, because the normal issue with Abaddon, or the issue as it used to be pre 7.0, was okay. We attack Abaddon. Ha ha ha! There's his dumb.
And he runs around. And he throws a heal. And he's like, "Wait!"
He's like, "Please attack me. I need that health."
Yeah.
And you go, "Ha ha ha! No thanks." And now in the middle of a team fight, it's like, what, we can't attack anybody. Otherwise, we're healing up the Abaddon.
That's good to know.
And if we do attack other people, they're only taking half of the fucking damage.
How long does that last? It's got to last a while, right? Wow, the most popular build doesn't even have Ags. The most popular, or the trending guide right now is like Solar Crest and Vladimir's and Greaves. But I think there's his number. He wins most often when he buys Vlad's this week. 61% of the time. So just buy Vlad's and you 39% chance you lose that game if you buy Vlad's. That's like. But I mean,
he's
how it works.
He's insanely good, and it's entertaining. It's fun to build that Ags when.
Let's talk about who he's best versus and who he's worst versus according to Dota Buff.
Okay, I'm curious.
Okay, Silencer. Honestly, when I see Silencer, I don't know who to pick sometimes. Good to know. Abaddon.
Yeah, well, that makes sense because
Silencer's best versus Abaddon. Sorry. He's worst versus... Oh, no. Wait. How does this work?
Best versus is who Abaddon is best versus. Against.
Oh, because I'm on Abaddon's page. Okay. So, yeah. If you see a Silencer, pick Abaddon. You see a Skywrath, pick Abaddon.
Do we need to have a Dota Buff 101 episode?
I don't know how to use it, but I pay for it because everyone says they pay for it and it helps. Don't pick Abaddon into Anti-Mage, apparently.
Yeah, I guess I can see that.
Over 26,000 matches this week. Anti-Mage has a 3.5% advantage.
I mean, you don't really have decent law.
You can't really run away from him, and you can't keep healing yourself, or you can't keep shielding yourself, I guess. But your ult's gonna go off no matter what.
When he bursts with
he can burst through your ult. So can PA. So Broodmother, I can see that. Broodmother has a big nuke. Alchemist can just beat you down. Undying. I'm not going to try and understand this. I'll leave that for Proudland. Because I'm like, I know that Abaddon's a strength hero, or Abaddon. And that's another...
I don't care. I like Abaddon.
Yeah, me too. It rolls off the tongue better. But yeah, no, I will say offlanes are winning. Centaur is at the top. Axe is at the top.
So Centaur's just a fucking no-brainer. He's so goddamn beefy. You
know what shouldn't happen with Centaur? Return on towers. Dude, when I just walk up to a tower and I'm like, I want you to hit me. Hey, don't take tower aggro. Yeah. I want the tower to hit me. And you're just like,
Even better is when you have heart.
You have like Pipe of Insight and you're like...
Oh, no, and you have... Dude, when I was intentionally drawing tower aggro last night as
you
Centaur.
Get heart eventually, but I feel like you get the hood.
Once I had that heart. Because it was just doing no damage at that point. It was just...
Yeah, it doesn't do any damage. Okay, so people build Ags on him. That's a popular build.
With Centaur?
Yeah, Centaur.
Yeah. I did not last night, but...
I mean, remember when that came up? I think that was a 684 Ags. Because I remember...
No, I think it was more like 687.
No, I remember our first game of 684 when we were playing on 82L. Joy Thief was playing Centaur and built the Ags because we were stomping the team. This is when I built Glimmer Cape on Sniper because Glimmer Cape didn't cost any mana at the time.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, this is the best. And I could just I don't have to full board go Shadowblade anymore.
No, I think Centaur's Ags is, it's still good. I mean, with all the terrain to pass over now, I feel like they've tiered the map out a lot more, and that may be true, may not be true. But talk about taking Roche, it's kind of hard to get to Roche now. Think about it, there's always one way in, one way out, but it's you have to walk a decent way to get around it if you're out of position. Last night on him, what I did is I went, of course, Tranquils. into blink, into force, into...
That's so far you're trending.
Crimson.
It's so far you're completely trending.
Into heart.
No, not trending anymore.
Then I snagged a moon shard because I just had so much goddamn money.
Such a great game, huh?
Yeah. And then I grabbed an AC.
Here's one thing that I want to... This is like a public service announcement for anybody who didn't know that Crimson Guard just got a lot fucking better.
Yeah,
okay?
It's good.
Way better than it's ever been, and that's because of the nerf to Vanguard. Vanguard used to be a 100% chance to block, you guys. Now it's a 50% chance to block. Crimson Guard now is a 100% chance to block when you activate the guard ability. So, yeah, there's that. I always thought Crimson Guard was such a garbage item, but now I feel like it is way better.
Well, at least when you have it active.
When you go into a team fight and activate it, and you know that 5 times 6, 60, because you're blocking 60 damage from incoming attacks, along with 2 armor, and it lasts 10 seconds. So against right clickers, your whole team, blocking 60 of that, it's huge, dude.
Well, I picked it up because we were dealing with a Weaver, which was really fucking painful, and then a sniper.
Yeah, doink 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 doink.
Yeah.
I mean, you're taking. I mean, if sniper attacks 5 times in 10 seconds, which that's a 2-second attack time.
Yeah, and he was not.
I mean, yeah, he's attacking faster than that. You're blocking 300 damage right there.
Yeah.
And you're giving 2 armor, so you're blocking indirectly a little more. Yeah. And to give you an idea of what 2 armor does, 0. So I think, I had 1 armor, which was 7% block, 7% physical block. And then I bought an Iron Talon, and it put me to 17%. So that.
But it's diminishing after a while.
It was still diminishing with every armor. It's diminishing, but 2 armor can mean a lot.
Well, and
I mean, that was a 10% block.
And you know what?
With 2 armor.
You know what Abaddon and Centaur kind of have in common is, you know what Centaur's level 25 is, right?
I've been playing him recently. It's something with Hoof Stomp, and then it's something with give everybody return, right?
Yeah, it's return aura.
So you can do 1 second Hoof Stomp stun.
I can't remember.
It's plus 1 second Hoof Stomp stun, and then it's aura return for everybody.
That aura return though.
I know. I've gotten it every time I played him.
Why not? And I was playing with a fucking Sven.
Who, wow, you know what
I mean?
The cleave.
Yeah, dude. So I was playing with a Sven who had fucking return on him with his massive fucking armor every time he was going in somewhere and dishing out his damage. Like Sven was getting...
And if he cleaves onto people with God Strength, then he's cleaving back to himself.
Oh, that's the sniper. Anytime the sniper... If I had the team with me and the sniper was unloading on either me or Sven, he was just killing himself. He was just wrecking himself.
Abaddon Centaur, if we had like 6...
Oh, Abaddon Centaur would be disgusting.
But there's obvious issues with it, right? Double melee.
Yeah, but I mean...
But the cool thing is Centaur gets stunned. You can
grab yourself a
him.
Fucking sniper to sit in the back and just poke everybody down.
Those are like the 2 bodyguardiest bodyguards in the game. Like, I guess Bristleback's up there.
Well, and so I kept feeling like I was... every time I was losing, I felt like I was losing to one of those fuckers. Like, sorry. One of those guys was on the other team. And Spirit Breaker occasionally, Bristleback occasionally. I'll toss in that list. Wraith King, when played properly, I'll toss onto that list.
Wraith King's in the top. I wonder where he's played, but he's 3rd right now on.
But I mean, these are dudes who don't die. You know what I mean? Who the basic mechanics behind them are. I build them to last as long as possible and get out as many of my hits as possible before I go down, while the rest of the team cleans up. And they don't even, their game impact may not even be, I played Centaur and I think I went like 13-8 or something, or 13-9. Their game impact isn't them going around getting the kills. Their game impact is them surviving long enough to allow the rest of your team to clean up.
Yeah. You want to know what people are building on Wraith King? That's awesome, dude. All right. So he's turned back into a Radiance carrier, apparently.
Sure, makes sense. Make
him
last even longer.
Yeah, Treads, Radiance, Blink, Mjolnir into Refresher. How fucking cool. I remember seeing that cheese where basically you get 3 lives, right? You die, you come back, you hit your Refresher.
Throw a Deso in there late game after you grab that Refresher for good measure, Or fucking Scott E, why not throw one of those, You have a path to build to make yourself even more tanky or put out more fucking damage and keep coming fucking back.
Yeah, dude, if you can come back that many times. And the thing with Wraith King's ult is it's a 60-second cooldown. Like, that's why getting to level, I guess,
17
now?
Is that right?
Why does it show that this guy is getting ult at level 16? Because that's not possible anymore. This is what Dota Buff's telling me, dude. Dota Buff, you're wrong, dude. Then he's saying stats.
It might be, well, that's not him. That's the most popular guide, and it's based over a month, so you might.
No, this is this week, isn't it?
The guide might be for the items, but not the
crazy.
The most popular build that you're seeing, it might be remnants of.
Most popular ability build is, and it says 12.87. Anyway, I
don't know. But I feel like that's what I've been discovering is if I can play, especially when I'm playing that like mixed bag of way lower MMRs, just being alive pretty much means I can. If I'm able to stay alive, I can start doing more crazy shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's all about being alive. It's all about gathering. I'm just baffled by this Dota buff thing, and it's saying that he's not even leveling up his tree until 15, 17, and 18. So no, that's wrong.
I mean, maybe,
that's cool. I mean, that's one thing that we're going to see is you can say, you don't have to take your tree right away. And wouldn't that be cool to just blast your, sometimes skills are better than tree, especially on carry.
I was trying to look through and see the exact levels.
Did some patch happen or something where the third ultimate is at level 16 again or something?
Let's see.
I think that's wrong.
Ultimate levels are now 6, 12, 18.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Dota buff showing 16 still.
Interesting.
Weird. But yeah, get that at 18 because it's a 60-second cooldown, and 60 seconds is not a long time. So basically, Wraith King can like fight, die, go back and kill like a jungle camp, and then come back and fight, die, go kill a jungle camp, come back and fight and die. And now with a refresher orb, it's that much quicker. And I love the Radiance. I love Radiance heroes because it gives me and it's a good goal. It's like, all right, I got my treads, I have the stout, I have the quell. Time to fucking be a chipmunk, dude, and save up all the gold, and get the relic. And then getting those good timings on Radiance always feels good.
Yeah, it's actually, you're right. It's showing him grabbing stats, not his.
Yeah, I think Dota buff probably has to, update a little bit. I mean, huge change, but people are mostly taking the damage, mostly taking the movement speed, mostly taking the attack speed, and then taking the vampiric Aura lifesteal. Or no, I take that back. They're taking the no reincarnation mana cost. Why wouldn't you? I don't know. 41.8 pick the vampiric Aura lifesteal. 58.2 pick the no reincarnation. And then the majority pick the damage. The majority pick the health, actually.
These popular ability builds are not just over last week. Or
no,
last
they're
month.
not. Even though I had
it's
going to
be a long time before
that actually changes.
Yeah, before those filter out. I wonder if they're going to have to do something in particular or special.
Well, they're smart. I mean, they're smart with stats. Can't they just be like wipe out all this, add all that?
Yeah, I don't know. You would think you'd have to start probably. Yeah, you'd want to reset
you have to click in the cell and press equals.
Develop.
Start. That's the first thing you got to do. I learned that in Excel. Oh my God. Man. So yeah, no, offlane, I agree with you. Has been fun. If I'm not playing 5 support, which I've noticed that people are like taking up the helm a lot more. Yeah. And a lot more willing to. People love tree because starting with Orb of Venom on tree is stupid.
This
you know what I've been doing? Buying a quelling blade as a support and cutting down every fucking tree. Every 5 seconds I'm cutting down a tree in the safe lane.
Oh, with
when I'm against a tree. And it freaking works, dude, because if you look at the safe lanes, they have like those patches that are like 20 trees. And if I'm just, what am I doing? I'm a support. I'm stacking, I'm running, grabbing bounty runes. If I'm cutting a tree down every 5 seconds, and especially he can't do anything. And there was a tree that just had to stand by tower because he's like, you've cut down every tree. And it was totally worth 200 gold. I'm just cutting down trees, dude.
Oh my God.
It's actually pretty cool.
Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea.
Especially when he's coming up and he's killing you.
Although it would be nicer to have a faster method for clearing it.
Like
that's
a chakram from Timbersaw or something like that.
Well, I mean, that's what I was. I got to play Timbersaw against a Monkey King the other night for the first time, and it was a lot of fun dealing with the Monkey King. Even though
I'll tell you, Enigma's way better. Because Enigma is like, the whole screen worth of trees dead instantly.
Yeah, I wondered.
And then
about
Monkey
that.
King is just like.
We ended up losing still, despite holding that Monkey King down because I ran offlane to him in the safe, and despite holding him back, like he was just able to get around the map and get enough kills that.
If I were a dictator of Dota, I wouldn't allow him in ranked. I wouldn't allow him in captain's mode or ranked. He could only be played in normal single draft, and that's the only that's the only way he could be played, because that hero is fucking lame.
You know, it's interesting that you bring that up, because I wonder we protect captain's mode so much, but we never protect ranked.
Yeah, we just throw it right on in there.
Yeah,
and I mean. So the Techies is above a 50% win rate right now, and arguably extremely hard to deal with, and has some crazy ass abilities right now. I'm not talking when Techies got added. I'm talking right now. Centaur too, but
no. I just started. I've been playing Centaur against the Techies.
Oh yeah, you have a lot of health, that type of thing.
And return.
Yeah.
And blade.
Have you ever killed the Techies?
I killed the Techies last night. I saw a bunch of bombs, and I just walked right over them with the blade mail turned on.
You can't see a bunch of bombs. Bombs can't be placed on top of each other.
Yeah, you can see a bunch of bombs. I could see, because what he was doing, this is my...
You have to make them in like triangles. A triangle is the closest formation you can put bombs in.
This is my least favorite thing that techies are doing lately, and that is camping near their own fucking shrines. And using the goddamn shrine and just making that a minefield to fucking walk through near their goddamn shrines.
So, yeah, I guess if you see a bunch of mines, it's not like on top of each other like before. Like you saw like a minefield.
Yes.
Not like a mine stack.
Do a little lap around the shrine. That's what I had. That's what I was doing.
And you killed him?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because he's just parking there. He's close to me, so I just would charge up in there.
Did you hit charge?
Yeah, fucking.
And I guess damage block.
Throw on the blade mail and just charge through all those fuckers.
That's
hoof stomp him, return, and take him down. I'm like, yeah, just fuck him.
But I will say that when Arc Warden first got added, shouldn't have been in ranked, in my opinion.
Arc Warden's still pretty fucking terrible when he gets going.
Yeah, when he gets going, he's mean. But when he got going before, and it's like, okay, there's this thing that is extremely hard to kill because he can put 100% evasion on himself, has 4 divine rapiers, and I can't even defend my tower, and this is in ranked?
Yeah.
Really? That was kind of dumb.
No, I'm with you.
Winter Wyvern's ult was dumb. God damn it, admit it, dude. That ult was way too fucking good.
It's way too bad. Ult. I mean, it's a fine ult. It's a fine ult.
It's not.
So
it's
many
a
people
good
out
ult.
there. Well, it's a fine ult. If
it's
you
a
do
really
it the right
good ult.
way.
Yeah, it is a really. It's a team disable. It's like Nagasiren sleep if you do it right.
Yeah, if you do it right, and that's the problem. Is I guess I've played
you
with too many.
Do sleep, right?
I've played with too many wyverns that like throw that fucking ult. Throw that fucking ult when people are in the midst of dealing all their goddamn damage, and that is a problem. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing worse than...
It does suck to see, like, a Sven stun into it, and you're like, Sven, no, man. Like, now the dude isn't gonna die because you just stunned everybody in it.
Or worse, see the fucking Sven ult, see the fucking Sven stun, and Sven cleaving through those fuckers, and right as Sven has popped his god strength and is cleaving through them, see the Wyvern ult pop down. And while they're stunned, and they aren't even attacking the guy who's frozen. It requires good coordinate.
Like, so what I hate the most is a good Wyvern ult going down, and you're like, oh yeah, you got... the Crystal Maiden and the Slark, and you put it on the Crystal Maiden, and the Slark's just killing that Crystal Maiden. And then you see Sven like, I can help, and he stuns the Slark. Yeah. And it's like, dude.
Or even worse, I had I swapped somebody as Venge playing. This was a few days ago or several days ago, but I swapped somebody while I was playing Venge, and a Wyvern threw an ult. Had queued up to trigger his ult on the guy while he was further out. So when I swapped, just boom, it insta went down because I drew him back closer to the fucking Wyvern. So the guy's out of position, but he's invulnerable to us while the rest of his team fucking catches up. And then it doesn't matter. Wow. And then it's, so like that.
But wouldn't you argue that when Wyvern got added, people were playing it, the heal was insane, nobody knew how to deal with the heal, nobody knew how to deal with the ult.
I just wish there was, I wish it was just a different mechanic.
I feel like it should trickle through normal, let it trickle through normal, and then put it in ranked when we've got like a 7.01.
I'm with you.
Because Monkey King is fucking stupid, dude.
Don't get me wrong, Wyvern's ult
still
was strong,
stupid.
But I just want to say that I feel like there's a better way to do that ult. I still think there's a better way.
Okay, so I think Valve is always open for suggestions.
Right.
They listen to Reddit, right? Yeah. Like, just get a top Reddit post and they'll change it.
I say it was us that got the Necro reworked, all right? I'm going to take credit for that one.
Everybody that played Dota that lives under a sun.
I think it requires a rework. Like, honestly, I just would rather... I would rather something completely different, or even just like
it would be cool to see it reworked. I would agree.
Or even like imagine if it was just like a Crystal Maiden like team freeze. How about, or like an AOE freeze?
Crystal Maiden already has that in her talent.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, like that's
her new Ags.
Oh, right? Is that her?
Where it frostbites everybody.
When it does,
it's so cool.
When she goes into
I haven't yet to see it, but I can't wait to see it.
I'm sure it's awesome.
Yeah, I'm sure it's so cool.
But I would rather see like an AOE style disable a la like Tidehunter or somebody else that doesn't.
But there are like 55 heroes in line that are like, no, dude, I need to get reworked first. Okay.
Oh, for sure.
Please.
But I mean, like,
me.
So what's the cooldown on Wyvern's ult?
I think it's long. I don't know. I don't have it. I can pull it up.
Yeah, I'm working on that.
I think it's long.
So pull up Tidehunter's ult as well.
Like
just out of curiosity.
Like length?
Yeah, I just want to see what his cooldown is on Tide's ult.
Poor Io, 37% win rate.
Oh, boo-hoo.
That's sad. God, there's a lot of, there's a huge gap. There are two heroes in Arc Warden, who's hard when he gets going, 38% win rate, dude.
Yeah, I will.
Oracle and Nature's 40%.
It's like 80 seconds on Wyvern's.
Sorry, I was supposed to be doing something else, I know.
80 seconds on Wyvern's cooldown. I know it's like 2.5 minutes on the Black Hole, which makes
what's
sense.
cool is Viper's like dead even on like where a hero should be. Like he is 50.01%.
I love Viper now. Viper is able to go. Viper feels so much more relevant throughout the entire course of the game.
And it's items that change, not so much the hero. It's the items that he uses.
Yeah, I guess I haven't looked at his skill tree.
Pick up a Scotty. Pick up a Deso.
Yeah.
Pick up a Maelstrom.
He benefits from all that way more than most do.
Yeah, like that's really cool. It's cool to see the heroes that hover around 50% because those are the heroes that, in my opinion, are closest to balance. Right?
Yeah. So her ult, I mean, right? I guess the benefit of her ult is it's every 80 seconds. And you look at Tidehunter, who has 150 seconds. You look at, I think
but Tidehunter's does a shitload of damage,
No, I'm saying everybody. Yeah, I'm saying everybody from a team disabled perspective, you're able to attack them still. I mean, I get that it's balanced in that regard.
380 damage to everybody, dude.
Yeah, no, it's a huge.
That's an
huge
insane ult, and I love Tidehunter. I play him as much as I can, but god damn it, I love that. What is he, a turtle?
I mean, he's just some.
He has a shell.
He's just a reptile. Oh, 160 seconds on.
I'm pretty sure he's a turtle, dude.
So I mean, I don't know. I guess I don't know what my complaint is.
I think he's a really strong turtle. I'm pretty sure he's a turtle, dude.
I mean,
I guess
no, he's like a sea monster. He's a
Kraken shell.
Yeah.
I think he's just a really buff turtle, dude.
He's not a turtle. I mean,
what is he then?
He's a reptile. I'm giving you that.
With a shell.
He's an underwater,
most similar to a turtle. He's a turtle, dude. He's like a really powerful turtle.
I'm not even convinced that he's a reptile, honestly.
He deals with like the water,
I think he's a
and
reptile.
He can breathe underwater.
The things
smash?
We get into on this show.
Anchor smash. I think he's a giant sea turtle.
He's a sea monster. That's all you need to know is that he's a sea monster.
Godzilla fought plenty of sea monster turtles, dude. Godzilla did. And
he's not a turtle.
Ursi's watching one right now.
There is no shell on Tidehunter unless you put one on him.
That's saying something, dude.
No, it's not. It's
he's
saying
a turtle.
Nothing. It says
he's
nothing.
He's a fucking turtle, dude.
Not a damn thing does it say.
Anyway.
Yeah.
If my Dota has been, we're hoping the stock market bounces back right now is how my Dota's going. We saw a high and we should have sold and we didn't. And we're hoping it's bouncing back. I'm 3,600. So I've dropped like 200. And I dropped like 150 in one night. And you know that night I was extremely tired and drank.
Yeah.
I didn't even drink a lot. I drank like 2 beers and was really tired. And then just had the mentality of, I got to win it back. I gotta win it back. I gotta win it back.
And that's what happens when you drink and play poker.
And lost like 130, 140 MMR, and then lost 2 more. So I'm like down 200. So I'm like, I hit my 3,800 and dropped down to like 3,602 is what I'm at right now, or something like that. So that sucks, but still, Dota's been hard to play these past couple of days. It's been busy.
Yeah, I think New Year's and everything. In fact, I feel bad. I forgot. I meant to get back to Ursi earlier. If you're listening to this, Ursi, my apologies. But we were talking about like even maybe trying to get like a New Year's Eve stream or something put together with all of us. But
that couldn't happen.
I know it just got so hectic here.
This baby and God, I mean, it's like you literally are like, what do you want? Sleep, recreation, or productivity? You get to pick 2. Yeah, and it's like I'll take recreation and productivity. That means tomorrow you have to take sleep, and you can pick one other. Okay,
yeah, sure.
Which one do you want? And it's like, well, if you don't pick productivity, well, the baby just sits in the crib all day. So you know what I mean? You have to pick productivity. So I have to go on like every other day cycles where it's no sleep, productivity, recreation, and then productivity, sleep, productivity, recreation.
Yeah, I feel for you. But you're still managing to get more Dota than me. You know,
I would argue
I guess,
not in the past
like
5 days, but I have with the advent of this swing that you brought over.
Oh yeah.
Holy fuck, dude! The baby just sits in there.
I'm telling you, every kid I've ever seen loves those fucking swings.
Holy shit! So
they just sit there and relax and chill the fuck out. And that's what you want a baby to do.
He's just in the swing, and it's just like, wait, I'm not holding you, and you're not crying.
I'm telling you, bring the swing out here. Bring the kid out here. Prop him up in the swing. He'll be good to go.
Let me ask you this: Audrey doesn't listen. To the show.
All right.
And I'll ask all of you guys, is it super immoral or unethical to just finish my game and let the baby cry until my game's over?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yes?
Yeah,
okay.
not,
I won't do it. I'm not just asking.
Not a good parent, no.
Not a good parent?
I mean, so if you're asking me to define qualities of a good parent.
Okay, if I'm 30 minutes into a game and he's starting to fuss. And I'm like, okay, I've recognized this. He's starting to fuss. I'm probably going to have to take care of it within like 5 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. You got to
Can I push it 20 minutes? Can I just be like, it's okay?
No, I think you got to go 5 minutes. You got to just you put the counter on there is about 2 minutes, and you just got to push and pray for the best.
I've told people that, like when Audrey went into labor and delivery like 45 times before we actually had the baby. There were so many times where I was like, all right, this was the last push, and my wife's last push too. Let's go get their base because I've got to abandon. And then we wouldn't. And we go to labor and delivery, and they'd be like, no, nothing's changed. You're just pregnant. It'd be like, but we're 26 weeks. Aren't we supposed to have a baby? And it's like, no, usually around 40. Yeah. And guess what? Pretty close to 40. I think it was 39. 39.5 is
That tells you.
Oh, you didn't have to tell me, dude.
I knew.
Every time we went into labor and delivery, they were like, we already have the bed set up for you. We knew you'd come in tonight. And they'd be like, all right. They put these monitors on.
But I'm telling you, you get the swing out here with the kid, and I think you'll get more Dota out of it. You bring some formula out here. You tell Audrey to take a nice 8-hour nap, and you just bring the kid out.
Dude, I want to like put her like one of those like cryogenic sleep things, and just be like, all right, you're gonna go to sleep for 72 hours now, all right?
You could be like that guy in Germany. Remember that story?
But that was his girlfriend.
Yeah, he drugged his girlfriend to play
Dota. I think wasn't it Dota?
I don't think it was Dota. They didn't specify the game, which was the one issue I had with that article. You got to specify the game. Like some games I understand. Yeah. If you're doing that,
Wow. I don't think any game I understand.
Some games I understand, okay?
I take night shifts, so Audrey, like, I love when we finally meet up, which is sometime around like noon or 1 is when I wake up, because I stay up until 8 a.m. with the baby. From like 10 p.m., so I take the baby throughout the whole day. I take the baby here and there intermittently, but I'm getting stuff done. And then I take the baby like full time from like 9 p.m. to 8 a.m. is like my time to like, if my phone rings, I don't even answer. I just go inside, pick up the baby, formula, feed, burp, change shit.
Good to go.
Change 4 shit diapers, dude, because he likes to like shit and then change it and then shit and then change it and shit and then change it. Never liked peanut butter, thank God. I'll just say that much.
Okay. All right. I'm good. I'm good.
No.
So you're down a lot in Dota and Dota sucks.
I'm still 3,600.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm still happy with that.
4K by February still?
4K in January.
4K in January.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. I know what I did wrong, and that's like there was a post on our Dota that was like it was like, work your ass off, sweat literally in real life for 90 minutes plus 24. Play one game where you random or you do something stupid minus 26, and it's in 15 minutes. And that's what happened. Like, I work really hard for my wins, and I don't work hard at all for my losses.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna say that like, oh, those losses were so close. I had a Storm Spirit game that I played that I just fed. I literally would have just been way better off just sitting at the small camp and waiting for every 2 minutes for it to spawn just to get like 70 gold, dude. I literally would have been better off. I just literally fed and fed and fed. Yeah. Dude, this Skyrath that was kick ass. And when he got the Rod of Atos, was I smart enough to zip out of it? Fuck no. Oh, was I quick enough to zip out of it? No. It was Atos ult, I'm dead. And this Skyrath wrecked me mid. Ugh. And the team wasn't even mad at me. I couldn't even believe it. I was like, they blamed somebody else, and I was like,
you know what I'll say?
Like, no, it was me.
Playing the normal games lately, I've had a lot more. I had a game that was so back and forth, that went at like an hour and 10 minutes, and it could have been either side that won the game at any point. It felt like along the way, and I don't even remember if we won or lost, but I just remember afterwards, even the losers being like, "Wow, that was a great game."
Yeah, dude, there have been a lot of really long, like, down to the fucking wire games, like, and I love death is important, and especially, I don't know if it's playing in like the 3K bracket opposed to the 2K bracket, but people aren't interested in megas. I'll tell you that much. If they can go for the throat,
you're right.
If they can go for the throat, they're gonna go for the fucking throat.
People are ending games.
It's cool.
It's really weird.
It's actually cool to see because that means I can convince my team. No. Yeah. That PA is dead for another 50 seconds, and so is their clockwork. We got this. We're 5v3, and we can totally just win. Let's just win. Like, I was like, what's best case scenario? We get megas and we hope to push again and win.
Yeah. We have to win another fight to win, or we just win now.
Yeah. Like, by the way, the purpose is winning.
Yeah. You know, who cares about megas?
And it feels like for some reason people are like, dude, like, we can just win. Like, we don't have to go through like this whole rigmarole.
Way more free. I would be curious. Let us know. I'd be curious if other people are having that
people being level
too.
25 quicker. I think people being satiated. I think Dota has made it so that there's so much gold and you're getting items that you're ready for the game to be over. Where when you were megging, you weren't ready for the game to be over.
Like, but I'm so close to my
side of ice. I can turn people into pigs. You know, like
I'll never get to use that item.
You're finally like your hunger is being, you're being satiated.
That's an interesting way to look at
it. That's the way, like, because I'm like, why are people all of a sudden doing the smart thing? Yeah. You know what I mean? And I'm the first person to be like, no, we should just mega because I really want to get my Shivas. It's going to make it way better for winning this game when we could have just won this game.
Yeah.
And I like
it. I'm all about it too.
Go ahead and close this out.
Yeah, I was going to say because we got to get right now. Okay. Thanks for tuning in today, folks. Remember, like I said, tomorrow, Tuesday, we got the Q&A coming up. If you're listening to this on Monday proper and you want to tune in tonight to the discord.gg/.p channel, you can join up and be on the show live yourself. You can hear yourself the next day on the show asking a question and getting made fun of by Roland and having Ursi try to properly explain
to the card. It was like, God, that was harsh. She reamed me, and then I was like, dude, and I sent him a message, and I was like, it's for showmanship. I love you. I've been doing Monkey King Jungle as well.
You've been doing every jungle.
Yeah, and he's just like heart, and like it's all good.
Yeah, no, I'm just making fun of. Yeah,
I'm not.
I'm not out there. Yeah. I don't care when you make fun of people. It's funny.
Okay, the clock question though.
You didn't like the clock question? I like the clock question.
I like curbside. That's who I like.
Oh,
I like curbside.
Sorry, curbside. Here you
go. I like curbside.
But Roland won't make fun of you guys. You know, he won't make fun of your questions. No.
But that's one of those questions that like, what? Like, no.
You don't see them ever reworking the clock or the day-night cycle or anything like that?
No, he was asking like they were going to put like 30 minutes on the clock. Starting now, 30 minutes, go.
Oh, like a time on the timer on the game?
Yeah, like a timer on the game.
Oh, interesting.
And I was like, if they do, I'll fucking freak out.
That's an interesting idea.
I know it was.
It'd be an interesting game
It was
mode.
a thought-provoking question,
Yeah,
and that's what I told him. I was like, I think
sure.
in an arcade that would be really cool. But I said it would kill the hero pool. You wouldn't have anti-mages, you wouldn't have specters, you wouldn't have anything like that because they're farmers. They're not objective takers necessarily. You know what I mean? You see a lot more Shadow Shaman. You'd see a lot more Jakiro. You'd see a lot more people that can take objectives because you'd win based on most objectives in 30 minutes.
Yeah, you'd have to do something like that.
It was actually really
it's an interesting.
It was thought provoking.
Yeah,
I'm just giving him shit. That was one of my favorite questions actually.
Yeah, I don't know. We shouldn't
Anyway.
brought it up this late. Okay, remember Wednesday, tune in for the pro show, and then of course Theorycraft Thursdays and Proudland on Fridays. At @p_shows, where you can find us on Twitter. defenseofthepatients.com is the website. defenseofthepatients@gmail.com if you can't show up, if you can't be there to ask a question live on air. Just send us an email to defenseofthepatients@gmail.com. Leave us a review on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, all your favorite podcast apps. We really need those. They really help us. They really help display us better on iTunes. It's not helping it. It really gets us. It really gets more eyes on the podcast, and that's how we get to grow. And you guys are the best way for that to happen. I know we've got a new review, right?
I read it already.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Because it was for me and Proud.
Oh, okay.
And so we read it on Proud.
Right, good to know.
Yeah.
Unless
there's like a new one.
Oh, I don't know. So tune in. If you do leave a review, know that we'll read them on the show.
And please give us reviews.
Hilarious.
God damn it. Give us reviews. You wouldn't believe what it does for us.
Yeah, you really wouldn't. It's super helpful.
And it's so easy.
It's so easy.
Please give us reviews on iTunes.
You just have to download the spyware that is iTunes.
Adware.
Excuse me.
Adware, not spyware.
Anyway.
Probably spyware too, but we don't know about that.
Twitch.tv/.ptvs is where you can find us streaming.
I'm better at this than you are.
Roland's been streaming all the time lately. We see RC up there. I'm going to be up there more.
I didn't
stream
C920. Because I said I was 3,800 on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
And then I dropped right after that. And then I set everything up to stream. And I was like, people are going to think I'm 3,800. And I'm like 30. I was like 3,650 at that point. I was like, I'm not going to stream. I had it set up and I was like,
wait till Monday.
I don't even want to explain myself. I'll explain myself Monday and then I'll start streaming.
Fair enough.
Because I was like, yeah, I'm 3,800, basically 4K. I can taste it in my mouth. I'm just climbing, never lose. And then, of course, pride cometh before the falleth. So...
YouTube.com/.ptv1 is where you can find all of our Theorycraft Thursday replays, replay analyses, and just a bunch of other cool stuff.
And without any further ado, this is Roland for Cyphus saying good luck and Godspeed.
Bye, guys.